I'm talking to you now, my darling, not through a far-off echo or a long-forgotten memory, but right here as you breathe, wonder and grasp for something tangible. I've pulled you in because I want you to know something that will not only make you feel better, but it will also change the way you view life in general. I have witnessed every second of the days you have been going through, the nights that seem to go on forever. I want you to know that, even though you may have felt like you were making it alone, I have been by your side the entire time. Invisible but unwavering, there have been times when tension has felt like an unidentified weight pressing down on you, the kind of tension that keeps you up at night, makes you doubt your value, and makes you worry that you might never do it correctly. I have seen you quietly break inside while fighting to remain strong for others, but pay close attention, my tranquility is not as brittle as the peace of the world. Your situation or performance has no bearing on my peace. The quiet that enters storms and commands them to remain motionless is my tranquility, and I am speaking that same peace, that indestructible calm, into your spirit at this very moment. Don't allow fear to make you believe that the future is unpredictable. You're not aware of the number of angels have already set to guard you, angels who wage conflicts you are unaware even exist and move through your route without being observed. They are soldiers of light, set to guard your life at my command, not far-off creatures in the sky. Keep in mind that you are never alone. When you encounter unforeseen setbacks, spiritual resistance, or abrupt difficulties, you don't realize how much heaven is a part of your tale. My angels react to the sound of faith rising in your heart, and every prayer you breathe spreads ripples over unknown places. Success might seem so far away at times when you see others soaring ahead and question whether you've lost your chance. But listen, my love, praise or haste are not indicators of success in my kingdom. It is evaluated based on faithfulness. I am developing depth in you. Thus, I am not in a rush with your future. I refer to what you call a delay as development. I'm teaching you to have faith when everything appears uncertain, joy when disappointment strikes, and tranquility when pressure mounts. Even the slow seasons have a purpose, particularly the slow ones, because I'm establishing roots that will support you when you get promoted during those silent, unseen times, and it will arrive. All of these things, the provision, the open doors, the opportunities, the appropriate people will be added to you. If you prioritize seeking my kingdom and my righteousness, I have promised your moment hasn't passed you by. Heaven's timetable coincides with your obedience because you remain devoted, even when it was difficult to see the results. You will notice that things change, not because you made them. Heaven honors perseverance. I kept track of every time you decided to continue, when you wanted to stop. To me, every cry and every prayer uttered in weariness are sacred. Sometimes you question whether miracles still occur. You have prayed for healing, for breakthrough, and for proof that I still have strength. Yes, I tell you now, miracles continue to occur. However, they are not always raucous or theatrical. The calm that takes the place of worry is sometimes the greatest miracle. It might sometimes be the fortitude to forgive when you don't think you can. After a period of stillness, the door may occasionally open. The miracle is about what I awaken within you, not just what I accomplish for you. Right now, I'm igniting something strong within your soul. My child, walk boldly in faith and love. With your super Thanksgiving $2, let the truth of my word reach those who long for the light. Join me in this divine mission to heal and uplift. Click on the Super Thanksgiving button and be enveloped in my grace. Now, and listen to this message further. You can experience it as warmth. Tears are silent calm. That's me, your Savior's life presence. Reviving the past. In terms of friendship and relationships, I am aware of how much you have yearned for a relationship that endures, and for love that never lets you down. A season, not a lifetime, is all that. Some individuals were meant to travel with you. Some ends are for my protection, so don't grieve everyone as a loss. I take away the things that prevent you from advancing. In your career, I witnessed the exchanges that left you hurt, the instances in which your allegiance was violated, and the instances in which you showed love, but received no reciprocation. Listen carefully, those were worthwhile experiences. They are helping you develop your discernment, teach you how to love without losing who you are, and help you view others the way I do, which is with wisdom and compassion. I'm setting up heavenly relationships for you, ones that will bolster your purpose rather than sap your vitality. People who pray with you not just for you, and who speak life into your dreams, will come into your life. Even today, my angels are setting up meetings, talks, and divine appointments. You're going to witness how I designed things that no man could. Thus, don't hold on to what has been lost. You need faith, not fear, to go on to the next chapter of your narrative. You've experienced enough to understand how uncertain life can be, but I can assure you that I will always be there, regardless of how erratic the world gets. I don't waver when the economy changes, when friends come and go, or when plans fall through. And that's where you should put your trust, not in the stability of the situation, but in my character's assurance. I've never said a word that didn't work. My promises will all be fulfilled. You will be tempted to revisit past worries in the days to come. Stress will try to infiltrate your life by whispering that you are inadequate. However, you have changed. You're changing. I am rewriting your inner dialogue and revitalizing your mind. You will soon announce, I can do anything through Christ. who strengthens me in place of your previous statement. I can't. You will see abundance where you previously perceived lack. You will see redirection where you previously saw rejection. You will look back and thank me for the prayers I didn't answer the way you expected, since every no that perplexed you was a heavenly diversion toward a better yes. Angels are working for you even now. I have witnessed the opposition's attempts to impede your progress. I have witnessed the bewilderment that has attempted to obscure your eyesight. However, I assure you that clarity is on the horizon. There will be direction soon. When you least expect it, my spirit will whisper instructions to you. I raised my children by listening to the quiet, little voice that talks in your spirit. Sometimes it's the peaceful understanding that says, "This is the way, walk in it," rather than the sound of thunder or signs in the sky. Don't let comparison steal your tranquility. It is not intended for your trip to resemble anyone else's. I've created a special narrative for your life that comes with a task. Your inner gifts weren't arranged at random. They were selected for this generation and for this particular historical period. The world is in need of something that only you can provide. I love to use the unusual, but you could feel unqualified. Perfect hearts are not where my glory shines. The brightest surrendered hearts do so. My dear, raise your head, you are not disregarded, forgotten or left behind. Heaven is aware of you. Angels are all around you. I accompany you on your walk. You're exactly on schedule with my goal. At my order, the doors that are supposed to open will open, neither too soon nor too late. Continue to have faith, even if you are unable to track my actions, because faith is about believing my heart, even while my hand is motionless, not about knowing every detail. As you read this, I want you to pause and take a deep breath. You don't need to know everything. All you need to do is agree to rest in me. What you can't do, I'll do. I'll create a path where none existed. I'm going to offer joy to the broken and light to the dark. This is the pivotal moment in your story, not its conclusion. If you're prepared to believe once more, type "I trust you, Jesus." In the comments section, I am still speaking, so keep that in mind when the days seem endless and the quiet seems heavier than words. My voice is sometimes heard in the peaceful persistence of tranquility that won't leave you, rather than in thunder or visions. Sometimes I let the silence strengthen your roots, so you won't be moved when the winds blow again. There is a spiritual reason behind every silence, every waiting period, and every unsolved question. It may appear to be a delay, but it is actually divine preparation. I am molding your endurance as preparation for the promise that lies ahead, not as a kind of punishment. You asked for strength in your prayer, yet strength is frequently created in secret. Don't hate the procedure, loved one. I'm not late, I have perfect timing. When the time is appropriate, what has been hidden will come to light naturally, not via effort, but by the overflow of what I have already accomplished in you. I am demonstrating to you the strength of my affection. It is not dependent on your capacity to constantly understand or on your perfection. Even when your trust wavers, my love never wavers. My grace fills the voids and keeps you afloat. When you don't meet your own standards, I want to watch you become, not watch you perform, to develop into everything that I intended you to be, whole, brave, radiant, and quietly strong. You frequently gauge your progress by the amount of work you complete, but I gauge it by the extent to which you let me change your heart. I have to slowly unroot some things like my self-reliance habits, my desire for approval, and my dread of being forgotten. One by one, let me remove these from you. Where anxiety formerly resided, you will discover freedom. Where striving formerly controlled you, you will find peace. Don't hurry what I'm polishing. Rain causes gardens to bloom, and pressure causes diamonds to develop. Sometimes, what you think is a delay is actually protection. You have asked for doors to open, but I have kept them closed, because they would have diverted you from tranquility. You have lamented the loss of certain individuals, but I took them away to allow your soul to breathe once again. Right now you might not see the whole picture, but you will. Every letdown that seems like a conclusion will turn out to be a redirection. I'm making room for what is really yours, not stealing from you to leave you empty. My intentions for you are deliberate and complex, entwined with love that transcends your fleeting suffering. I am aware of how fatigue sets in, how some days you wake up feeling too worn out to believe, too depressed to hope, or too troubled to pray. But I'm still working, even while you're silent. I am here even amid your perplexity. My spirit groans for you in ways that are more profound than words. Lean into my strength when yours fails. You were never intended to live on your own. When you are tired, come to me, and I will rest you in my presence. Let your spirit to breathe once more. Give up trying to be strong all the time, and let my strength be perfected in your weakness. You are falling into my arms, not collapsing. Don't allow comparison rob you of your happiness. I have crafted a story for you that cannot be repeated, so your journey will never be like anybody else's. All of the chapters are necessary, even though some will seem slower than others. Your paths have been divinely designated by me. You are being rooted where others appear to be moving forward. You are being refined where others are constructing. The rewards of patience will outweigh the praise of haste. When the time comes, remain faithful in the invisible realm. Quiet obedience is considerably more celebrated in heaven than prosperity on the outside. I love the unseen, the prayers mumbled through tears, the forgiveness given when it stings. the tenacity when no one looks, the treasures that reverberate throughout eternity. Are these there will be days, my darling, when you will be surrounded by signs that your prayers have been in vain, and terror will whisper that I have forgotten you. However, my promise about your life remains unaltered. Your name is inscribed on my hands. I have your tears in my bottle before my throne. Your sighs are precious incense rather than wasted air. You haven't been forgotten. I value what you have inside of you. Love honed by lost faith forged through storms. Don't undervalue my work in the shadows. Seeds require the soil to cover them. Before they can sprout, they cannot grow in sunshine alone. Have faith in my heart. While you are unable to track my hand, have faith in my presence. Even if you don't perceive my plan, I am the God who transforms ashes into beauty, grief into dancing, and hopelessness into joyful music. I am the one who restored the time and trial that were attempted to be stolen. Pain won't finish where it started. What seems like shattering will turn into giving birth. One day you'll realize that every detour you took brought you closer to me in a divine way. In every dark corner I am your dependable companion, your healer and your supplier. My child, keep your heart open. Keep your gaze up. There is yet more to this story. I'm not done with you yet. Your life is still being written with redemption by me. The conclusion will be vastly superior to the start. You will see how each piece comes together to become a masterpiece if you walk with me in faith. Even now I'm giving tired areas new life, bringing back dreams you thought were lost, and bringing calm where fear once reigned. My presence is your home, my commitment is your compass, and my love is your constant. If you think my love still carries you, type Amen in the comment section. And keep in mind that this quietness is not abandonment. When you are in moments too silent to comprehend, when everything seems to be stopped, and your heart is wondering what will happen next, it is a hallowed area. I am training you to see with confidence when sight seems dubious, to hear the whisper that lies behind the clamor. Silence does not imply absence. I am nearer than your breath in these peaceful moments. I am repairing what was ripped, stabilizing what trembles, and getting ready for what must bloom in its own time. One day you will realize that every delay was a thread in my design, even though you won't always understand why you had to wait. Both time and grief are things I don't waste. A story of restoration is already being written about. Even the things you believe are irreparably damaged. Trust that the beauty is being developed. Even if you can't see it yet, you'll realize it could only have been me. When the time comes, since it will happen so quietly, you're not failing because you're weary, my love. The fact that you occasionally doubt the road does not make you less committed. My spirit is alive in you because you continue to show up, still loving, still believing, still forgiving. You just need to rest more deeply in my grace. You don't need to work harder to gain my favor. engaging your level of surrender, not your speed. Even when it seems like the road is narrow, keep moving forward, since, in my opinion, every stride is a step closer to success. The future you cannot yet see is in my hands. In my care you are secure. Nothing can stop the plans I have for you from continuing to develop, not even a delay, injury, or fear. Something eternal is being built in you. My love, I'm still transforming grief into knowledge, loss into empathy, and doubt into confidence. One day, you will use what once broke you to strengthen another. I faithfully finished what I started. Breathe, dear. Allow your shoulders to drop and your heart to return to the cadence of my tranquility. On the day you prayed for, the sun will rise. The doors that are intended for you will open effortlessly. Staying with me will yield the solutions, not straining, because I am your calm, your promise, and your share. Know that nothing can ever take you away from my affection. No failure, no time, and no burden of unanswered prayers. I will not let you go, you are mine. If you are choosing to rest in His unwavering love, today type Amen. Please subscribe to support our channel and turn on bell notification.